Hello and welcome to that 90s international football podcast, Woody. Mixing it up, International Week. Thought I'd bring it back.
Yeah, a little bit of international seasoning on the podcast this week, Jonesy.
As I said, I think we know our feelings about international break, don't we, mate? So that's all right. It'll be this show will be a bit more exciting than the international break, I tell you.
Well, on my imaginary watch, we are near the end of International Week, which is great. So we'll be back to full-time fixtures, but we thought we'd soften the blow a little bit with a pod today, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one as well. Tell you what, it stressed me out. Has this stressed you out? I mean, we'll get onto the topic.
Yeah, we'll tell the listeners first what it is, and then we'll say.
So we're going to do a 3 caps or less England 11.
Yeah. We realised, didn't we, that when we did the Umbro tournaments and the England B, we realised there were so many forgotten gems within the 90s football that played 3 times or less for the country.
Yeah. How many times has been pinging the WhatsApp with, do you remember this player? Oh my God, this player.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing, isn't it? Like, once you start opening that can, you are literally looking and going, oh my God, that player didn't play. Or, oh my God, that player only played once. Or, oh my God, that player didn't play at all.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a good one, though.
Yeah,
absolutely. An alternate England 11, I guess. 3 caps or less. Yeah. Excellent.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's go into what we're wearing. What are you wearing?
Today, I am wearing the England 90 to 92 blue away shirt. So this is the Italian 90 kind of style, and it's got the beautiful Umbro taping on the sleeve, light blue, 3 Lions badge, obviously Umbro. And then the design itself is very diamond-esque, I suppose.
Yeah.
But beautiful.
No Gascoigne 19 on the back?
No, don't go for name stats on my England shirt. I mean, yeah, that is a very popular one, isn't it? I find that England's away kits, when was the last time they had a light blue away shirt? Can you recall?
Look. I can't remember what they had.
We are traditionally red, aren't we? But I mean, they've made some banging light blue shirts. Hence, we'll go on to you in a minute.
Well, 2020 it was a kind of a dark bluish kind of one, wasn't it? With the red England badge. You know what? I don't know. It's just been red and it's just been the white home, red away, hasn't it, for a while?
Yeah.
I had a black one in 2012. Tell you what, yeah, it's been a while, mate. It's been a while. Why? It's a popular. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yours is the second version, right? So let's talk about what you're wearing, mate. What you got on?
It's a 92 third. I just looked on there, complete with jacket, Graham Taylor.
See, that jacket's glorious, isn't it? Is that the one with the big England FA on it as well?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, would you agree from a kit collector's perspective that your one is probably more popular than my one?
I guess so, but it wasn't a good time, 92, was it? So
it was an awful time, but
it was an awful time. No, this is classic. I'm surprised they haven't brought this one back with the 3 lines on there. Seen that? I think I shared that advert a few weeks ago. Des Walker in this advertising. Yeah, it's a cracking shirt, and obviously the famous picture of Graham Taylor on the side.
Yeah. Wore the jacket well, though, mate. Wore the jacket well.
Absolutely. Cool. That is what we wore. Have you got a stat of the week for us?
I do, my friend. Roll that clip. See, now I'm getting used to this saying roll that clip. See?
Roll that clip.
Good. Roll that clip. This week's stat of the week. I was just going to that next time. This week's stat of the week is World Cup qualifying week. So it's a stat based on that, okay? So the most goals scored in a qualifying match in the 90s. Sorry, San Marino, because this is you twice. So David Platt, on the 17th of February 1993, he scored 4 in a 6-0 win over Dan Marino. On the 17th of November 1993, Ian Wright scores 4 in a 7-1 victory over Dan Marino.
The
17th of each month, both in 1993. and Wright score 4 goals each. So yeah, that was the most scored by an England player in a World Cup qualifying match in the 90s. Start of the week.
Brilliant. There you go. Excellent. Enjoyed that one.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, all right. Let's get to squads. Welcome to the lineup.
Whoa. Right, for those that aren't watching, we have Mike Bassett, manager for Jonesy.
Call myself boss man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, excellent. Yep. So I've borrowed the Sky, I think 96, 97 graphic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't mind borrowing it. So we're going to do 1 to 11.
Go on, boss man.
Quick caps or less. Tell you what, as I said, I've changed my lineup a few times, mate.
Yeah. So, firstly, you did the bulk of the research on this, so thank you. Right. Yep. When we look at the list of players that featured, like for us there, we're talking 40 to 50, maybe more.
Oh, could be more. Yeah. I had to stop. So I apologies if I missed out on. I'm sure the listeners will pull us up on. We miss certain kind of players. Please do message us. Let us know. Let us know your 11 as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want.
Yeah, we've tried, haven't we? I think we've done it justice. And then obviously we've got old Gaffer here.
I honestly think I've got a World Cup winning side here, Jonesy.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
I guess you could do a scenario. What was popular in the 90s? Foot and mouth disease. What could wipe a whole team out for a week?
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just go with that. Foot and mouth.
Yeah. Bring in the Z team. All right. Okay, cool. I'll go first. So we'll go first with goalkeepers. You might be surprised with this one. Here you go. Shaka Hislop. Before you say...
Don't you dare.
This is a... Trinidad and Tobago. Well, hold up. All right.
Hold up.
Okay. Hold up. Okay, what are you going to say?
But you didn't even put that on the list. So the list you sent me is a mere smoke screens there to make this team better than mine. So this already is a farce. So you just sent me a list of about 80 players that probably have all played for England, probably 3 times or more.
We'll get to yours, before revealing yours, mate. It doesn't matter who the goalkeeper. You're never going to change your one.
No, I won't. Right. No.
Okay. All right. So Shaka Hislop. I forgot he was born. He was born in Hackney, London. Obviously, he represented Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh.
Yeah, from 99 to 2006, he represented Trinidad and Tobago. But 1998, he had 1 England under-21 cap and was on the bench for a full international against Chile. But in the end, opted to play for Trinidad and Tobago. There you go.
Oh, that's chills. How on earth did I not know Shaka Hislop was on the bench for England?
I didn't even know he was English, to be honest.
That's mental.
So my first pick, Shaka Hislop. Mate,
that is one hell of a find.
But he would make your bench, wouldn't he? Because
oh God, yeah.
Let's go and check out your first pick.
Go on. Hey, Super Kev.
Who have you gone for?
Kevin Pressman, because he is the most reliable goalkeeper in the history of football. He's just an absolute powerhouse, and goalkeepers aren't made like him anymore. I mean, look at his parting for starters. Weren't interested in a hairstyle. No face tattoos. No smiley emoji tattooed on his neck. No short sleeves.
Tell you what, he'll be handy in a penalty shootout, though, wouldn't he?
My God, I think he could work for NASA with his penalty shootout.
So he had what, three B caps, didn't he?
3 B caps, yeah. I mean, over 400 appearances for Sheffield Wednesday, so he was Mr. Reliable in goal for us. I think he was tremendously overlooked. I don't know why. Maybe it's probably down to Sheffield Wednesday's performances in the league. Maybe that's why he wasn't looked at as prolifically as he should have been. But I'm very happy with my choice here. Bring on Super Kev.
Super Kev. I respect that. He has my respect.
I would say I respect your Shaka Hislop, but I think you've done me well dirty here. And I'm not looking forward to the next defender now.
Oh, come on, mate. So, what am I going for? Right back?
Yeah.
Warren Barton.
Yeah.
3 caps. Just makes it.
Yeah. I like Warren Barton.
You know what was a crime, though? He wasn't he the Britain's most expensive defender, 4.5 million, when he signed for Newcastle.
From Wimbledon.
Yeah, that should have got him into the team, shouldn't it?
I just don't think, like, wing backs like Warren Barton are talked about enough. It's because it all highlights on Gary Neville. And I mean, that moron gets more discussion than Warren Barton or others. And he's a great Premier League defender.
Yeah. No, cracking one.
What did you choose Warren Barton, though? Come on, tell me. What specifically?
I just think he complemented that Newcastle side. The entertainers. That. Yeah. I mean, I think he's got 3 caps in 1995, so it must be where he's left Wimbledon. They've put him in.
Umbro
just
Cup.
Hasn't. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, could be. But he should have got more.
Yeah, I agree. And he was great at getting forward as well. Really good at getting forward.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a shout. All right.
So far, Jonesy's got Kevin Keegan's Newcastle squad. Mate, if you're going to have Steve Howie and Darren Peacock, this is going to be an outrage. And you have, haven't you?
No.
Oh, okay, right.
Got to be respectful.
Okay.
No. All right, let's go to your one. Talking at Newcastle.
Yeah, that's badly timed.
Don't give me a lecture about Kevin Keegan's squad. Who have you got?
Oh, I've got John Beresford. Again, Sheffield born. I think he's a Wednesday. I might actually be offending him here. He might be Sheffield United, but either way, a great Premier League defender. I think he also represented Southampton, right, in the 90s.
Yeah.
Obviously started at Portsmouth, didn't start at Portsmouth. I know he was at Man City early on and then went to Portsmouth, but his kind of career trajectory took off from there. But again, another classic stalwart defender, just no nonsense, great at getting forward. And him and Barton were the perfect complement to one another in a defence.
Yeah, absolutely. Famously hooked off early when he told Keegan to piss off one time.
Oh God, yeah. I remember that.
Sorry, boss.
Yeah,
son.
Because I later heard about that, and basically the assistant manager went up to him or something, or was it the kit man or something? He's like, "Do you realise he's really pissed off at you?" But he didn't play at all under Dalglish, did he?
No,
I don't think Dalglish liked him because I think that's when he brought in like Pistoni, wasn't it? Or
he had a bit of a scoring run. But yeah, I think it didn't last very long. I don't think. Another one was to say going forward, the hairstyles at the moment.
Yeah,
Warren Barnes hair, John Beresford.
Yep.
Kevin Pressman.
Yep.
Yeah.
They all shared the same highlight bottle by the looks of it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go to my number 3. Nigel Winterburn. I picked out a good picture of his hair as well. Looking a bit rough these days.
He looks like Eugene Levy in that picture.
He does. So Nigel Winterburn. So you've got the same, haven't you?
Yeah. Add him to my list, mate. Go on.
Yeah.
There he is.
There you go. Yeah. Excellent. All right. So Winterburn.
Nigel. Yeah, come on. Tell me.
I just thought he was I don't know. I just thought he was ever reliable in that George Graham, more like George Graham defence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tony Adams, Lee Dixon, possibly the next one as well. And they were solid.
Yeah, I think there's a theme here, mate, and I think the word is reliable.
Yeah.
I just think they always gave a 7 out of 10, if not more, in a game. And they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
There was no he could score as well, Winterburn. He scored some absolute thunderbolts. That goal at Chelsea in 97, 98. Oh, Unbelievable.
Well, why it goes back to me, right? So during the kind of early 90s, why didn't an England manager just go, you know what, I'm just going to play the whole Arsenal defence?
That's beyond me as to why that never featured for an England 4. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with Steeman in goal as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know. Well, just, you know, if George Graham was ever England manager, what his backline would be.
Has that ever been replicated again, though? I mean, is there a Premier League team since that's had a complete English back 4? That'd be a good quiz question.
Ooh, yeah.
Because again, I don't think that was talked about enough. I mean, from Arsenal fans, brilliant, but to have an all English international back 4 plus keeper is an incredible feat.
Yeah, it's just a mystery why he just wasn't fancied, was he?
No.
Beyond me. Okay, let's go. Speaking of Arsenal, let's go to number 4. Put him with hair this time. Steve Bold. There you go. Only 2 caps. Yeah, for 1994. Another one as well. I don't know why.
Yeah, I just
give him more chances. I don't know. He was solid.
He is. Do you know as well? He was I didn't know he was as aggressive as he was, because I watched the Coca-Cola Cup game and it was Liverpool, Arsenal, 96, 97. And it was just as Wenger had come in, but Steve Bold got sent off in the game. The challenges were ridiculous. Like, he shouldn't have got sent off, but he was actually quite verbal and he was quite physical in games. And I think that kind of got overlooked a bit. So I think he's quite a solid centre-back.
Definitely could have been used more often. There we go. You picked the same, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You went for the Bold.
The Boldy.
The Bold one. Excellent. Well, so far, I mean, look at yours. So you got Beresford, Winterburn, Bold. It's a solid defence, right?
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. If that was a back 3, no, it would be a good back 3. No. Next.
All right. Next, my number 5, Brucey Bonus.
Steve Bruce and Steve Bold, Jonesy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I was just reading into it. So he was never called up to the senior England team. Like, despite, it was in our one season in the early 90s, he scored like 14 goals.
Why did I think he was Welsh, though? I, for some reason, thought he would have worn a Welsh kit. I can picture him in a Wales kit.
Yeah, so despite a successful career, players like Tony Adams, Terry Butcher, and Des Walker were consistently chosen ahead of him.
Man United captain.
Exactly, Premier League captain, yeah. So I think near the later end of his career, he turned down an offer, maybe 96, from Terry Venables for a sympathy cap. But he turned it down as he felt it would not be on merit. And what's interesting as well, early in his career, he was considered for Republic of Ireland, but Alex Ferguson advised against it because it would designate him as a foreigner under the UEFA rules.
Oh my God! So his loyalty to Alex Ferguson was the reason why he didn't feature.
Yeah,
I wonder if he looks back at that in his career and thinks he could have played more international football.
He would have certainly got in the Republic of Ireland side.
Absolutely. Wow. Him and Paul McGrath. Hello.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a shame he never got a cap. It's a strange one. He just got overlooked. Like I said, there was one season where he just smashed the goals. Let's have a look what season it was. Pretty sure. I think it was 91, 92, or maybe it's earlier than that. Let's have a look.
He scored the famous header against Wednesday, didn't he?
Oh, so here you go. The 1990 to 91 season. So he scored 13 goals in the first division. And all up in that for a defender. So in that season altogether, cup and everything, he scored 19 goals. Jeez.
That's crazy.
And then after that, the last first division, he scored 6. First Premier League season, 5. 93, 94, 7. So Yeah, that's just always a strange one. I'll never quite understand.
Nope, me neither.
Oh, there you go. All right, let's go to your number 5.
Keith Curle. Keith Curle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strange one as well.
Now,
Never got. Yeah.
I went on the basis of I always thought Keith Curle was a quick defender, very good at picking up the pieces, and I thought Bold is very tough and resilient. So I've gone with the basher and the one that picks them all up. So I've kind of gone with two different kind of defenders here. Keith Curle, though, never really shied away from a challenge or a fight. I mean, he was very kind of tough, right?
Yes. Absolutely. And yeah. He was a tough old guy, yeah.
He was in the mix around the kind of early 90s with England, wasn't he?
3 caps, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, he was like, that was the kind of time when it was maybe early 90s. So I don't think he featured at all kind of like 94 onwards, did he?
No.
So to get a cap at that point is pretty good.
What is he? He was just, I always rated him for City. And even when he went to Wolves as well.
Yeah.
He did I mean, what did he get? So, yeah, from 92, I think he's got his 3 caps. But 91 to 92, he featured in the B team 4 times. So he was thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah. A great pick, though.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to... Got my first midfielder. Tim Sherwood.
Go on, then. Go on.
Premier League winning captain. Just not considered until, 99, I think? 3 caps in 1999.
That's weird.
That's a weird one as well.
Yeah, if you're out of favour, you really are out of favour, aren't you? Like, what have you got to do to be in the England squad?
I don't know. This is the thing as well. Because these, like Steve Bruce, these are Premier League winning captains.
That's what I mean. This is madness at the moment, mate. Like 3 caps for Tim Sherwood. Although I don't actually recall much about Tim Sherwood when he played. I got to be honest with you.
Is that famous line from Jack Walker? Why do we need Zinedine Zidane when we've got Tim Sherwood?
Oh my God! Is that true?
Yeah. Have you heard that before?
I don't think he was noticeable enough. Am I completely wrong there? Have I been in a time warp? Like, I don't think I recognize him playing.
Yeah, he was a leader.
Was he?
Yeah, he'd get stuck in. Like, he was in between Graham Lasso and David Batty when they were having a brawl in Moscow, mate.
Yeah.
Tim Sherwood, he was great in that 94-95. So he was, I rated him. Yeah. It'd go in early picks. It'd be between him and Bruce as my captain in this team.
Oh. Yeah, you've got some leaders in that squad so far.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. He did a good job at Tottenham as well. Do you remember at Tottenham?
Yeah, I do. More so than Blackburn. But again, I think late 90s he went to Tottenham, didn't he?
Yeah. George Graham, 3 million.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe I need to go back into the Sherwood archives. Maybe I've given him a disservice there.
You have to ask Gaz if he remembers his Norwich days. Because he spent a few years.
Yeah, because he was at Norwich, wasn't he?
He was at Norwich, I think, from 89 to 92.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. I always see him in that Essex home shirt.
Oh, yeah, well, not 3-stripe, but the stripe on the shoulder.
Yeah. Excellent. So, there we go. My first midfielder.
Guy
Sherwood. All right. Yours. There you go.
Yeah.
Ian Taylor.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a decent picture in the Wednesday shirt, so I had to put him in the Villa one.
No, that's fine. No, I don't want people thinking I'm biased. You didn't need to say that, Jonesy, did you? Saying that he was in a Sheffield Wednesday shirt.
Crop his head out. Crop the shirt out.
Ian Taylor, again, Mr. Reliable, always a good performer, could score a goal as well, and played in many different positions. So where I'm thinking here is, if I need him to drop in defensive midfield, he can. If I need to push him up and get me a goal, he can. And also, if I need to put him on the wing, hold on, he can. So Ian Taylor was a very good professional in the Premier League. And I think if I look at if Paul Ince wasn't around, I think he probably could have fit the bill quite nicely.
Yeah. Very out. He didn't last very long at Sheffield Wednesday, did he?
No, he was there for 6 months.
I just saw when in June '94 he signed with Sheffield Wednesday. The next month, a tribunal decided upon a £1 million fee plus £100,000 for an England appearance, and then 25,000 for every 10 goals, as well as 15% profit of any future sale.
I think we got him with Guy Whittingham.
Yeah, you're right.
We needed a forward, so yeah. But what like Aston Villa fan going back to Aston Villa, like no brainer for him, really, right?
No,
brilliant. I thought,
and it didn't even get a B cap,
and he won the Coca-Cola Cup with them.
Yeah, I always rated Ian Taylor. I liked him.
Yeah,
and like when I see interviews and stuff, he comes across as a really nice guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a shame. I reckon they could have done more. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go. Just keep sighing. Ugh.
It does feel like that, though, doesn't it? When you see their little profile picture, you almost feel a little bit sorry for them. You think, oh, God. Like, they've got a lot of money. Yeah. And they're happy.
So there you go. There's your Aston Villa's Ian Taylor.
Yep.
Aston Villa's Ian Taylor? Excellent.
I'd say so.
Okay, let's go to my number 7. Blackburn Rovers, Stuart Ripley.
Oh, I was going to go Rippers.
Did you like Ripley's Believe It or Not? Were you a fan?
Ripley's Believe It or Not. I had the annual for Christmas once. Yeah, remember. I can still see the front covers. Just
looking at that picture there, he's just on an angle. Look at his photo there. He's just like...
Whenever I used to play like balloon football or like in my hallway, so if we ever had a balloon left over from like parties as a kid, I used to play like kick-ups and stuff in the hallway, right? And if ever I was playing like a Premier League match, I would always be Stuart Ripley.
Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, if I was Blackburn, it would always be Stuart Ripley. I just thought he played very kind of expressively, and he was always good on the wing, wasn't he?
He was great on the wing, yeah. Yeah. What I always thought about
Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, he did as well, yeah. There you go. But like his first season, Blackburn, he scored 7 goals, and then it was just kind of like 94, 95, 96. I always thought I was 96, 97. I was like, when's Stuart Ripley going to score again? Because I always felt sorry for him. Like watching him, it's just like he's just never going to score. Then in 97, 98, he scored 2 goals in that season. But great on the wing.
Do you think wingers need to be scoring though, Jonesy?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
No, yeah, I agree. I think
you said they should be assisting.
Well, the modern winger is more of a forward now, isn't it? But back then, where it was the 4-4-2, lots of Limpar, Kanchelskis, Giggs, Ripley, McManaman, they were seen as channel players when they get the cross in, cause a nuisance, get behind the back, like last defender kind of thing. And Ripley did that really well. I mean, I can remember him being an absolute nuisance for some of the defenders. And I think maybe that's probably why his goal scoring tally wasn't as high, because he had to give the ball to Shearer and Sutton quite a lot.
So he only played 2 games. It wasn't I think he played against San Marino, and then it was Moldova a few years later, but I think he got injured. It could be
I think everyone's played against San Marino.
We could have got a call up against San Marino.
Yeah.
But I just think for the 3 caps or less, 11, I reckon he would be. And he knows Sherwood as well. There you go. He's got a mate there.
Yeah. I like that choice, mate. Good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, can I before you move on, what formation are you going with?
4-4-2, mate.
Okay, right. I'm not. I'm going 4-3-3.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Should let the listeners have a vote at the end of the show. Whose team would would get through a World Cup qualifying group with this one.
Yeah, I think yours is looking pretty strong, mate, to be fair. But just wait. Just wait.
You're still hung up about Shaka Hislop, aren't you?
Mate, yeah, big time. I know, but like, you know, when like you see someone else in their new football trainers and you think, why haven't I got that? I'm starting to feel a little bit jealous.
Mate, I sent you that voicemail, remember? David May?
I know, but you didn't say David May. You must have gone, Shaka Hislop.
Yeah, Hislop. David May? Champions League winning David May.
He's not featured in either of our squads.
No, unfortunately not. Missed the cut this time. All right, let's get to your number 7. Oh. Right. Mr. Verstop. This guy could play anywhere. He could play in goal.
Like, exactly. And again, that's why I've done it.
Yeah, I love this player.
Yeah. Centre back. Yeah.
Yeah.
No caps is...
That's a crime. For a player so versatile, we could play literally anywhere.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep. Unbelievable. And the fact that when we had a striker crisis at Sheffield Wednesday, and that season, 92, 93, he was up front. I think he might have even started. Did he start up front in one of the finals or the semis? But he was unbelievable. I know he scored a few in the lead up in all the cup games.
Here you go. I got a stat. So Warhurst played in both the. So he played in the League Cup final as a striker and the FA Cup final as a centre back.
Yeah, there you go.
Far out.
Yeah, unbelievable. So yeah, and he did a great job at all of his clubs. Obviously, Oldham, Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn, won the league at Blackburn, deservedly so.
Yeah,
Bolton, Crystal Palace. He was brilliant. Loved him. I think he's in the mix for one of my most unsung heroes of the Premier League.
Yep. I rated him. I loved him for Blackburn.
Yeah, I even liked his name, Warhurst. You know,
get in. Oh, Warhurst.
There you go. That's a strange one. Like, I don't know why he would just no caps.
There have been enough international friendlies that have bored us over our lifetime, right? Even tournaments like
didn't get in the B team.
So I mean, like, why on earth are you not trying?
Come on.
Yeah. All right. This next one, you might have the same as well, but let's go. Hey, I picked the Bartman.
Good man. Yeah, good man.
I love Chris Bart-Williams. I think you've picked the same, haven't you?
Yeah.
There you go. This is a crime as well. No caps.
Do you know, I'm not going Sheffield Wednesday here. I'm going on player merit. Honestly, he's such an expressive footballer.
So what I went for with Chris Bart-Williams, what I thought was a crime as well, that if the England under-21, he had 16 caps.
Yeah.
If you get 16 caps for under-21s between 92 and 95, how are you not getting in the England team?
I know. And he was such a young player when we got him from Leyton Orient to feature in Sheffield Wednesday. He went straight into the squad, played in the UEFA Cup, like, unbelievable player, and would always get in the mix of it with goals.
So yeah, one B cap in 1994. Don't understand.
No,
16. He's probably one of the most highest cap under 21 players.
Yeah.
And nothing. Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, like these days, if you play for Brentford, you can get in the England team. That's like how it is now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But back then, if you weren't Manchester United, Arsenal, if you weren't one of the top, you got no chance, have you?
No, it's odd. I don't understand sometimes how that's. If you look at England managers, did we ever have a part-time England manager? I don't think we did. Maybe Kevin Keegan with Fulham at one stage in the late 90s. But, right, that's their job. And all they do, say that all they do lightly.
It's their job.
Yeah, they focus on, it's your job. All they do is just scout and watch teams, watch players. Why are they picking the same bloody people all the time?
And you think back then, the lack of foreign players in early 1990s Premier League, you've got a pick of the bunch. Every team you can have, you can experiment, you can do what you like.
You're fruit picking, Jamesy. You got your raspberries, you got your strawberries, your blackberries, plenty.
Yeah, I don't know. There you go. Let's. But
the more you get on this, I'm getting annoyed. The more we get on this list.
It's okay. It's okay.
We'll go on.
All right, let's get on with my number 9. Chris Sutton. My team's turned into Blackburn Rovers.
Whoa. Hold the phone. Are you telling me you're in a 4-4-2 again?
Yeah.
You're not in a 4-4-2 here. Where's he playing?
What? He's playing up front.
Is your number 11 a midfielder?
My number 11's a winger, mate.
Oh my God, you're playing such a mind game with me today.
Why?
Because I'm playing tactical. I'm going 4-3-3 to try and outwit you here. And so far, you've picked Shaka Hislop, and I think you've put Chris Sutton in centre mid. I don't know what's going on.
No, Chris Sutton's up front, mate. He's my number 9.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's okay with his 1 cap. I love Chris Sutton. Should have got 2 caps. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, he played for defence in Norwich, didn't he, a few times? You could, versatile as well. Yeah, it's another one you could play anywhere. But what got me thinking, right, and I'll get onto my... later on when I get onto my number 10, I'm thinking now, I don't even know if these two could bloody play together. But we'll get into that when we get to my number 10. So I'm having doubts.
You've got a rift in your squad before you
get along.
The ball.
I reckon they wouldn't get along, but that's all right.
I want to know who it is now.
That's all right.
Okay,
Chris. So Chris Sutton, you can have him as a number 9, number 10, but I don't know. I don't know. All right. So Chris Sutton, I should have got more. I don't know why they didn't play Sharon Sutton for England.
Yeah.
Another one as well.
Yeah. If you add Arsenal's back line, Blackburn's forward, like 2, and then a mix of midfield, I think you'd do all right.
Yep, I agree. But I don't know. All right, let's get into yours anyway.
Yeah, go on.
Got number 9, David Hirst.
135 Premier League appearances, 43 goals. David Hirst, tick a boo.
Don't know. This is another one as well. What was he? Injury prone or something? Why was David Hirst kept out of the English squad?
He was injury prone quite a bit. I will agree.
Yeah, but not early 90s though, was he?
Not early 90s, no. And he would have been Man United's club record fee if he'd have gone to Man United in the early 90s.
Well, apparently Alex Ferguson tried 6 times to buy him.
6 times? Like, that's incredible.
They offered $3 million for Hirst, but the offer was rejected, so they signed Cantona instead. How did that turn out? Jeez,
do you know what though? Right, I'm taking my imaginary hat off now and I'm throwing it on the floor. I am sick of people blowing Eric Cantona's trumpet so much because he was literally a flash in the pan at Man United. He was there for how many seasons? I'm gonna say it, right?
Wow.
One season he kicked a fan in. He kicked a fan in the head and disappeared for one season. So like, but
then he came back and then he was instrumental in the double.
No, it's like he wasn't there long
in the cup final.
He retired in 96, 97.
Cry.
Yeah, he did, but I just don't think I think people look at Cantona too much as this like game changer. If you had David Hirst, he would have stayed at Man United from 92 onwards till about 99, 2000. I reckon you'd have got a lot more games and a lot more goals from him than you would have Eric Cantona, because Eric Cantona brought you nothing but trouble, boy. Nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
I'm going to divide a lot of opinions here, and I'm probably going to get some hate mail, but I just think at times Eric Cantona is a little bit overrated.
At times.
Hey, I was planning to have a whole episode based on Eric Cantona.
Were you?
Scrap that now. No, it wasn't.
I'll go on holiday that week. Jeez. Well, do you what? Honestly, though, right, over to you. What do you think of Eric Cantona?
mate, like we think of the 90s. We think everything was great. Everything was perfect. Everyone was amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Being from a Liverpool fan, I admire him now, but then I didn't.
Yeah. But you think he changed Man United?
I think it was just that 95, 96 season when he came back.
Yeah. Okay.
And there was a stage where he just kept scoring, and obviously, I think he scored against Newcastle in that 95, 96 season as well. Beat them at St James's Park or something. Yeah, and it was a game. I think in that season, it was just like I think it was a bunch of 1-0 wins, and it was just Cantona getting the goals. So he was very influential in that season, and he won them the cup final. But going forward, I can't remember. I remember him scoring against Sunderland, that chip, but yeah.
Oh, the one where he just does that look around afterwards with his collar.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting point, and it's free. You're free to have your opinion in the. It's a safe space, mate.
We do. We get right to Cantona in a lot of our podcasts when we do our research.
Yeah,
and we always say we talk about him enough, don't we? We don't need to talk about Cantona. He's already in, you know.
Do you know what? I think was it the Foreign Legion 11? I think we said we're not. I think you said it was the Cantona. Not going to bring him.
Yeah.
I think I've got a vendetta against Eric.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I just thought we're going to have our own Cantona episode. No, you just clearing him.
I wouldn't have the Premier League without him. Like, don't get me wrong, but
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he is in the Hall of Fame, but there's just something with me that just irritates me about him. Yeah, and I think the more we've done 90s research, the more I think, wow, we're giving him a lot more credit than he actually deserves. But I might be wrong.
Well, when we get to the underrated 11 episode, mate, I know who your number 7 will be.
Go on, right? Who's next? David Hirst. Come on.
There we go. It's just actually a fact about David Hirst I saw as well. So he scored in his second game against New Zealand, I think, for England, didn't he? How many caps did he have? Three caps, 1 goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he lined up. So Gary Lineker was arrested. He lined up with Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
And Graham Taylor said it's not a question of who will replace Lineker, but who will partner David Hirst.
Wow.
There you go. So Hirst was replaced by Lineker at the break.
Was that the Asia? Yeah,
I think it was a tour of Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah, the Asia Cup or whatever it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But I rated, yeah. And I didn't even know his son played as well. There you go. So out of touch.
Yeah, George. Yeah.
All right. So get back to my number 10. This is where I'm having doubts. All right.
Okay.
So can you see Chris Sutton partnering with Stan Collymore?
Oh, God, I don't think I could see anyone partner with Stan Collymore. Do you know what, though? He's the only person, when I read your list, that I was like, Jonesy's got him.
But this is Stan Collymore, Nottingham Forest, 94-95, all right?
You were in love with the Collymore.
I loved him. I was so happy when they signed him. I was so devastated when it just didn't work out. And I was just like, he was my favourite player for Liverpool. That goal against Sheffield Wednesday in the opening day of the season.
Yeah, still soon.
I was so happy when we signed him. I think this was the Jonesy went up to the phone box club call kind of. Have we signed him? Putting all my coins in. Liverpool have signed Stan Collymore. Beep, beep, beep. And some more, insert more coins.
Dan.
Oh. Remember on the race for the title video when he scored that goal against Manchester United at Old Trafford when that blue Forest, and he's just like, oh, I loved him back then. I was so happy. But I'm picking Stan Collymore 94-95 when he was just like, Man United wanted him. He was just like, he was a wanted man.
So if he's one of the Premier League's forgotten gems, he didn't have a great track record with teammates, did he? And he wasn't a team player. So do you think that's why he didn't feature in England?
I think so. He wasn't very popular at Liverpool, wasn't he? Was basically, apparently I heard stories, he was just left on his own. He didn't kind of integrate into the squad. He's a bit of a loner. Could be wrong, but that's what I heard. I
heard about his fight with David James before a game.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
No.
They had one hell of a fight in front of Roy Evans. and Tony Warner had to step in and people had to sort of hold him back. But it was a bit of a clash of the Titans because they're both big blokes.
Yeah.
And Stan Collymore was a bit opinionated. And I think, if I remember rightly, Stan Collymore threw a chair at him.
Oh, as you would.
Yeah,
No, not promoting violence, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's shit. But think about like the 94-95 season, he scored 22 goals. His first season for Liverpool, 14 league goals, then 12. But yeah, I'm just going. I think he should have been given more of a chance in that 94-95. I mean, I think it was Umbro Cup, wasn't it? June 95, Umbro Cup.
I can
Picture him, in the England Euro 96 kit. Is that one? It is, isn't it? Centralised badge.
I think it was Umbro Cup.
Yeah.
Could be Japan, could be somewhere else. But I remember him coming on or playing in that. But yeah, I don't think after that, after the Umbro Cup, I don't think. Yeah, didn't get a sniff. But what could have been, eh?
I know. I'm liking the look of your team now, though. It's starting to form up nicely.
Yeah? Oh, good. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
All right. So you're number 10 verse of my...
Yeah.
Thinking about it now, Hurst and Sutton.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going 4-3-3. So at the moment, I've got Hurst on one side, Sutton in the middle. Sutton is the aerial presence. Sutton is going to be knocking it down for Hurst and going, go on, Dave, put it in.
Yeah. This is where in my team, I don't know who's going to be doing that.
Well, this is, so...
Because
I should have thought about that than getting sneaky with his lop, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, Collymore, Fowler.
You've got a Jeremy Kyle episode on your hands here with Sutton and Collymore, so...
Collymore, York, so he's always had that. Yeah, I don't think... I think it's going to be a goal destroyer of mine, or we're going to lose.
You're going to be dealing with too many riffs in the changing room while I'm going to be having unicorn inflatable races in the pool with David Hurst, Chris Sutton and Beresford.
What have I done? Who else? I mean, we'll get on to afterwards who else we could have picked because there's a whole bloody list, wasn't there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on to my number 11. Any idea?
The bus is leaving. Jonesy, who's number 11? I'm going to say... Oh, God, who am I going to say? I genuinely don't know for this one, mate.
All right. Steve Guppy. What?
Right. That decision alone has lost you the World Cup.
Whoa. Hold up. He was good for Leicester.
Now, you've not picked Paul Warhurst and you've chosen Steve Guppy.
Oh, Steve Guppy was great down the wing, mate. Yeah, so 98. So I've gone from the 98-99 season. He played every minute. Plus, he had the most crosses in the league as well.
Oh,
that's
that result in goals.
He'll cross it for Collymore. No, it was less.
Well, this is what I was saying to you with Ripley. Is you've got to put him in, haven't you? But can he score?
Ripley and Guppy, mate. Wing. Whoa.
The Rippers and the Guppers. There you go. You got yourself a wing.
He didn't have a great scoring record, to be honest. But he scored 4 goals. And yeah, I rated him.
I know Martin O'Neill loved him, didn't he?
Yeah, I always liked him. I think he used to buy him up. You know what? Some of these players are influenced on Championship Manager.
Oh, I feel so good now you've chose Steve Guppy. All right. That's made my podcast.
Well, that's a future guest that won't be coming on, will it? You insulted him.
Or Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't play in this episode. Steve, welcome. You are always welcome.
That's a whippy wing.
A whippy guppy. There you go. All right.
I've got Ripley and yeah. So
I think you chose that because that's like the most Australian sounding name, I think. That sounds like a cricket. That sounds like a cricket move in Australia. Like, oh my God, he's got him in a gappy.
Mate, we all know how good Keegan is. Listen to this. So while Leicester he gained his only England cap, playing against Belgium, all right? Kevin Keegan described him a little bit like a left-sided David Beckham.
Oh, take a day off, Kev. Left-sided David Beckham.
You know what, Kev? I agree, son. He's in my side. He's in my side. All right. So are you saying my squad, right? So it's good until I get to number 9? Are you questioning my 10 and 11? I'm questioning my 10.
Yeah, Collymore and Guppy. Collymore is a risk. He's a flight risk. Is he going to turn up? Is he too big? Got Collymore. Is he going to turn up on your coach and go, do you know what? I'm not playing for Jonesy. He ain't got the credentials for a good manager. I don't know if he's going to play me.
If 94 or 95, he would be. I think it was, switched.
I mean, you can't show him your championship manager stats and expect to win Collymore over. Steve Guppy is on your coach because he's like, bloody hell, I've been picked. This is a turnout with the
Kevin Keegan said I'm like a left-sided Beckham. You know what, Steve? You're in my side, son. Welcome aboard. Shine up those boots. Shine up those Predators.
There are a couple of questionable choices in your squad.
I know. You know, I'm having regrets. When I put Collymore, when I was doing the graphic, I was like, it's too late now. So that list of 50 players I sent, I'm like, gee, why? Do you reckon Paul Rideout would have been more? FA Cup final?
Just based on that one goal. Yeah, leap like a salmon like you did against Man United. Just do that for England. You'll win us the World Cup.
All right. Right. Enough of my... enough of this abuse. All right. Let's go into your last one. Your 4-3-3. I should have went this one as well. Jeez. There you go. Respect.
Look at that for a front three.
Oh, that's a good front three. Who have you got, mate?
Kevin Campbell. Like
super Kevin Campbell.
He's not a forgotten gem, actually, because I think he was very well respected in the Premier League, if I'm completely honest with you.
Yeah.
But a forgotten gem in the England selection. He always performed at Arsenal, performed brilliantly at Nottingham Forest, and he was the experienced head at Everton. Did well at West Brom in the 2000s as well, but he's just, you know, when we say there's a complementary striker, we've said this before, haven't we? So, you know, like Shearer, you had Sheringham.
Yeah.
With Cole, you had York, Henri Bergkamp. Campbell to right was a lethal combination.
I agree. Yeah.
And he probably could have had a longer Arsenal career if Rioch hadn't come in and ruined things.
Oh, weren't the Cup Winners' Cup?
Because I think, was it Wenger's era where he got rid of Campbell, or was it Rioch got rid of Campbell?
I think Rioch, the summer of 95, because they had John Hartson, Chris Cormier, so his playing time was reduced.
Yeah.
Chris Cormier, could have put him in there. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Yeah. But I'm happy with that.
Famously, who's the player that caused Pierre Van Hooijdonk to go on strike?
Yeah.
That's how much Pierre Van Hooijdonk loved him, eh? They were a great partnership as well. They just
exactly.
Was it in the
Division 1? Yeah, their promotion season.
Oh, that's right. He scored 22 goals. They destroyed that league. Great pick though. I liked how he had a bit of, he went to Turkey and then he went to Everton. He just kind of went on loan, 8 games, 9 goals.
Yeah, I think I've got a good mix there.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that one.
You happy with that?
Right. Yeah, I am happy with that.
Okay, so let's see how it lines up for you. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Pressman, Beresford, Bold, Curl, Winterburn, Ian Taylor, Paul Weghorst, Chris Bart-Williams, David Hurst, Chris Sutton, Kevin Campbell. You just want to laugh at mine.
Yeah.
You just want to laugh at mine now, don't you?
Let's have a look. Oh, do you know what though? I know. I joke, but Ripley and Guppy on the wings is a nuisance.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if that's England quality.
Do you reckon it'd be a 0-0 draw? You got Bold and Bruce behind there.
I just think your midfield, your defence is good.
So I've got Shaka Hislop, Warren Barnes, Steve Bold, Steve Bruce, Nigel Winsburn, Stuart Ripley, Tim Sherwood, Bart Williams, Steve Guppy, Chris Sutton.
Too many Steves, Jonesy. Too many Steves. This is what he also didn't think about.
Oh, goodness, man. All right. Could have went. Kevin. Chris Sutton.
Made my day with Guppy.
Kevin Gallen.
Who else? Yeah, come on. Who else did we not pick? So, have you got your list in front of you for the listeners? Because I thought of Julian Dix, mate.
Yes, he was in there to begin with.
24
So, like-
goals in 134 appearances in the Premier League. I mean, a lot of them were penalties, but
yeah, I'm happy with my Bold and Bruce, but like from the list, you get Julian Dix, Darren Peacock, John Scales.
had Julian Dix in the like Ian Taylor position in my place, like defensive midfield, couldn't you?
Ian Pearce, Michael Dewberry, David Unsworth, Dean Richards. Dean Richards was sold, wasn't he?
I like Dean Richards.
Yeah. Richard Rufus, currently in jail. Chris Perry.
Chris Perry, no. Good God, no. I don't know how he was a centre back. He just got bullied all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like Alan Wright. Yeah, I've got him on there.
That's a weird one because he's won the Premier League with Blackburn. He made 304 Premier League appearances across Blackburn, Villa, Middlesbrough, but didn't get a look in with England.
No, it's a strange one. Who else we got for left backs? Robbie Elliott, Colin Cooper, Francis Benali, Justin Edinburgh.
Yeah, again a regular for Tottenham. Yeah.
Right back, Earl Barrett, Steve Watson, Gary Charles, Jason Dodd.
Earl Barrett. One name.
They're just picking out the sticker book, to be honest. Who else would you have in goal? Not Chagga Hislop, but from your goalkeepers.
Well, John Lukic came up, didn't it?
Oh, I did, yeah. Oh, he said that. How, like, Lukic, he won the league?
Yeah, Arsenal.
So what happened to him? So Arsenal signed David Seaman to replace Lukic, was that it?
Yeah, so, because Seaman was at QPR, and then...
Yes, that's right.
Lukic went to Leeds.
Yeah.
And then... did they get Vince Bartram, maybe?
Yeah.
As number 2?
I think so, yeah. You've got, like, Tony Coton. He never got a look in.
Yeah.
Michael Oates. I remember he was on the scene in Aston Villa. Dave Besson.
He was with the unit as well, Michael Oates, wasn't he?
Yeah. Richard Wright. He went from Ipswich to Arsenal, didn't he?
I liked Richard Wright, but I didn't really class him as a 90s. Yeah, I know he was, but...
I think it was class and Premier manager. He used to sign him from Ipswich. Was it Ipswich?
Yeah. Again, he was a top prospect from Ipswich.
Who else have we got? Michael Gray for Sunderland. Was he on the list? No.
He was on the list, but again, another player that was a great servant to Sunderland, a really good forward attacking left back. Yeah. I think they rely too much on the Nevilles, mate.
Yeah. So we're going into right midfield. Darren Huckabee, Coventry. He was good, wasn't he?
He had a good spell at Coventry as well, didn't he? Where he was banging in goals. Was it a hat-trick against Man United?
Could be. I'll have to look through there. Mid-90s, Nicky Summerby for Man City. No. Danny
Guppy territory.
Danny Cadamatri when he burst on the scene at Everton.
Yeah, but Danny, like a Premier League footballer, I will never criticise, but a little bit of a flash in the pan, in my opinion.
A bit like Richie Humphreys, you reckon?
Yeah, just like
that kind of mould. They burst onto the scene, didn't they? And they just didn't I don't think they looked at their potential.
No.
Strange ones. Lee Bowyer. Andy Booth, yeah. My Premier manager favourite, Andy Booth. Yeah, used to buy him all the time. Him and Scott Oakes.
Yeah. Richard Wright goal. Done.
Yeah.
Nice. Lee Bowyer was one of those annoying players that just didn't stop running. He was like Robbie Savage, do you know what I mean? Like
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
like he? Energy.
For Lee Bowyer, I thought did he get a call up on nothing?
I think he
won. Yeah, 2002 he got a call up, but it's another one between 1995 and 2013 under 21 caps.
Wow. Again, like weird.
So I think he was called in by, I think what happened with Bowie, there was calls for him to be called up, but that court case, remember the Leeds thing when, was it him and Woodgate, I think?
Woodgate, yeah.
So I think that kind of hurts his chances. Right, who else we got on there? Mark Draper?
Yeah. Aston Villa.
Yeah. John Moncur? No.
Mm,
It's just random names to put down here, to be honest.
he was in the mix a bit with Southampton, though, wasn't he? But yeah. Hang on. That's Ken Moncur. No, Ken Moncur.
Yeah. He was
John
Dutch, wasn't he?
Moncur. Yeah, why do I...
Moncur?
What have I done here? Right, John Moncur's West Ham, isn't he?
So you might have got stamped on by Cantona?
Yes, for Swindon. Yeah. John Moncur, Ken Moncur. Nowhere near.
176 appearances for... Yeah, he just didn't... There you go. Apparently he works
in the dressing room, though.
Yeah, apparently he works as for a specialist recruitment company in the oil and gas industry. There you go.
What, John Moncur?
Wikipedia.
God, love that.
Jason Wilcock?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it.
Great player for Blackburn.
Thinking back then, like, it doesn't make sense, does it? Like, it's weird. Yeah. Darren Eadie?
I don't really remember much about Darren Eadie, to be honest. I know he was Barnsley when he Norwich.
Norwich, yeah.
Leicester.
Here's one. What about this one? Ian Wone.
Do you know, I can still see his chip. It was yesterday.
Wone. Yeah.
I can't remember what game it was. It was snowing and there was an orange ball and he chipped. It was at the City Ground and I think it was against Tottenham for Nottingham.
He scored some cracking goals, didn't he?
Unbelievable player.
Yeah. Goal strikers. Dean Holsworth. He had a good start to the.
Again.
Yeah.
God, there's so many decent Premier League players we're coming up here.
Like one that probably didn't. Yeah, I mean, Chris Armstrong. I mean, he got a big move to Tottenham, didn't he? But he didn't get a look in.
He was a nuisance, though, even at Tottenham and Palace. Like he knew what he was doing.
Who else have we got? Julian Jotham. He was good for the under-21.
Yeah. Again, another one.
Dillian Atkinson.
Yep.
Yeah. Sheffield Wednesday, Aston Villa.
Just one B cap in 1990.
Like Julian Jotham was coming through at the class of 92, wasn't he? Like with in the England squad around that time.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember watching it under 21 game. I think he was partnered with Robbie Fowler.
Yeah.
Can't remember who he's against. But I'm sure there's plenty more anyway who we missed. But
do you think there's a player within either of our 11s though that if he was added to the England squad a bit more regularly than 3 caps would have made a difference?
What, from mine and yours?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at yours. Who could have? I think Pressman. I don't think it would hurt England having Pressman in goal for a.
David Hurst, I think.
Yeah, David Hurst, Bart Williams. Winterburn wouldn't hurt on the wing as well. On the left back.
Yeah.
Steve Bold.
Warhurst could have been a good start.
Hurst, yeah. Ian Taylor. You've put a good team, mate. I rate you. I respect. I feel bad now when we go to mine. Steve Bruce. Early 90s Steve Bruce. Don't worry about the strikers. We'll crop that bit out. The left wing as well. Warren Barton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
Your back four is good. Your back four is good. You've got good
time. I just ran out of time. That's why I had to rush it. Yeah.
I just love your midfield so much. And I'm not being sarky. It just makes me laugh to think that like you've picked Steve Guppy. But yeah.
Listeners, if you rate Steve Guppy, please DM Woody.
Yeah, just me. Just me separately. Well, that's it, Jonesy, right?
There we go. That's it.
I always enjoy these episodes, but I enjoyed this one because I almost imagine a what could have been scenario with this.
Comic relief.
Comic relief, yeah. Yeah, it has been a bit of a funny episode in that sense, I suppose.
I'm pretty sure I just picked the championship manager side. That's all I picked. Just going up. All right, yeah, go on.
It would be good to see what listeners think, though. So, guys, if you watched this or you listened to it, firstly, thank you. Secondly, tell us who you think, because we'd be keen to share your 11.
Oh, absolutely.
Or if you know of any players that didn't come up on our list, so you go, hang on a minute, Jonesy, hang on a minute, Woody, this player didn't feature, or this player only played 2 times, let us know, because we want to know.
Yeah, message in the Spotify, on the Apple Pod, and the comments, Instagram comments. I'm intrigued because I don't think every team will be completely different. I don't think. I sent out a list of how many players. There's more than that.
Oh God, yeah. I love people's thought process behind it though, and I love your thought process behind it of like why you chose these players you did.
Just because I couldn't pick. Just because I couldn't pick Shearer or Fowler, so I just had to pick their strike partners.
But but it is good to know. So we want to share those 11s, and guys, we have got some cracking episodes coming up, haven't we, James?
Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming up.
It's important for you guys to like, subscribe, follow the pod. Your comments have been very much appreciated on YouTube and Spotify that we've seen. And for those of you that obviously like and comment on our posts on Instagram or send us a DM, we love it. Keep it coming. Yeah. The more interaction that we get, the better, because it feels like this podcast is for everyone and not just for our own amusement. So thank you.
Yeah.
Agree?
I agree. You just got me thinking about my lineup now. Is it like a Mike Bassett, Benson and Hedges kind of?
Yeah. On the back of a fag packet, Jonesy Paddocks.
Yeah.
Don't worry, mate. We'll have time to rectify it.
Absolutely. All right. And where can they find you?
Instagram at WoodyW1988. And where can they find you?
Send Woody Steve Guffey.
Steve Guffey hate mail.
Yeah. And if you want to defend me, my Steve Guppy, you can find me at football.jonesy. The DMs are open.
You're going to start like a campaign like saveourguppy.com or something, aren't you? And going to release like a Band-Aid song.
Maybe I just watched one good Leicester game. I don't know. I just thought, and it might be going to Championship Manager or Premier Manager.
It's all it takes, mate. One game you can see. And but don't worry about it. Dust yourself off. We'll go again. All right, we've got more episodes to come.
Oh, we do. Yeah, excellent. But like I said, like, subscribe, tell your neighbours, tell everyone. And then we'll see you in the next one, won't we, mate?
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves. Enjoy football. Cheers, guys.